Hi, hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I am going to be doing a full face of mini makeup.
Basically samples, but I'm going to call it mini makeup.
And I've only seen one person do this video, which was Tati Westbrook, so she is the inspiration for this video. So let's get started. So for my primer I have a sample of the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance primer, and it's in Radiant Yellow. I don't know if they do different colours for different colour correcting. And I've actually never tried this one before and I'm quite excited. I've never used a MAC primer, so I'm just going to apply this all over my face. I might need to get some more because usually with samples they literally give you just the amount that you need to use, but a little bit goes a long way. That primer was actually really refreshing and it just literally gets absorbed straight into the skin and it feels so nice on the skin actually. I really like that, and I still have some left, so I probably get about one more use out of it because they didn't put much in there. So moving on to the foundation, I have a little pot here which is the Huda Beauty foundation. I think there's only one Huda Beauty foundation, so it's whatever that one is. And now I do actually have the full-sized bottle which I bought in Sephora. That's if I can open the thing. I can't actually open that. Okie dokie, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my finger because it's in a little pot. I can't really get a beauty blender in there, so I'm just gonna get a bit on my finger and spread it around my face. And this is such a thick foundation, honestly, it has such good coverage. So I have the original beauty blender. This is the Micro Mini beauty blender, and I thought to use this one because it's mini and it just kind of goes with the theme, but I feel like it's going to take forever to blend it out, so I may have to go and get my bigger full-size one. So guys, I've finished blending this in. It is slightly darker compared to my actual skin tone at the moment, probably because I was tanned when they gave me the sample. So I have blended it all, attempted to. It doesn't look too bad in the camera, so that's all good. Now for brows, I don't actually have, I use brow pomade and I don't have a sample or a mini version of that. I just have the full-size products, but I do have a mini Gimme Brow, or at least I think it's mini. I can't really remember, because I got it in a little pack. So all I'm going to do with this is I'm literally just going to brush through my eyebrows with this. This is in the number 3, so it's quite dark, so hopefully it will add some colour. I do need to get my eyebrows threaded, so please ignore the state they are in. Right, I think that's the best I'm going to get them. So moving on to concealer, I have the Benefit Baling Airbrush Concealer in number 1. This is quite light and it's gone really weird. So this is what it looks like. It's a little pot. Again, I don't know if this is a sample or this is the full size, but it's small, so I just went with it. And I'm just going to apply that under my eyes. Is that gone on? Yeah. It's really light. And now I'm just going to take my beauty blender to blend that out so it doesn't look like this. Surprisingly, that actually blended in really quickly and it really brightens up under the eyes. However, it's not really got a good coverage to it. Compared to the foundation being a very heavy coverage foundation, this doesn't really compare, and I felt like it was really thin and just didn't really conceal. It just more so brightened up under the eyes, which I like. I just wish it had a bit more of a thicker consistency so that it would actually conceal. So moving on to the rest of the face, I'm going to be using the Mini Becca Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Capri Coast. Now this one, if I can open it the right way, is actually a really dark bronzer, and it has a little mirror and everything, which I think is great. I'm going to take my not so small brush and just apply that literally under my cheekbones. Now I don't actually, other than the highlighter, I don't actually own any of the full-size Becca products. And then I'm just going to do some along the top of my forehead just to add colour and define my face. I actually really like that bronzer. I really like that. I think I've just found my new favourite bronzer, I'm not gonna lie. Or especially to use with this foundation. Sorry, my hair's getting on my nose. For blush, I'm going to be using a sample of the NARS Orgasm blush. This blush, I know for a fact, is very highly rated and very popular, and literally loads and loads and loads of people talk about it. So I can't wait to use this. I haven't bought one, even though so many people go on about it. But if I like this, then I might buy one. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but there's a really pretty gold shimmer to that. Whoa. So I'm just going to take my regular blush brush and pop some on tops of my cheeks. I absolutely love that blush. That gives a really nice finish and like kind of glow, but like not a highlighter glow. Talking about highlighter, I don't actually have a powdered highlighter, however I do have these two samples. So I've got another MAC sample of the Strobe Cream, and then I also have a What's Up Benefit Stick highlighter. So I don't know what to use, because personally I don't really like liquid highlighters. I much prefer powders, although saying that, I don't really know what this cream highlighter is going to be like. So I think I'm going to leave this strobing cream for another day and go straight onto this cream stick highlighter by Benefit. I'm not too sure how pigmented this is going to be, so I'm just going to put some directly onto my cheekbones. So now I'm just going to take my beauty blender and quickly blend that in so it doesn't look so bang. Okay. Now that I've blended it in, it actually looks really nice and like a subtle glow. So if you didn't want to be too glam and you just wanted more of a natural glow, I would actually really recommend that. Guys, I'm actually really shocked at how well this is turning out, like, because I was like, oh, samples, but clearly I was wrong. So I'm just going to do eyeshadow. I don't know why I'm doing it after finishing the face, because normally I don't. For eyeshadow, I'm using this tiny like hand for comparison, it's literally like my palm, this tiny eyeshadow palette by Sleek. This is called All Night Long. I Divine, maybe, I'm really not too sure. And this is tiny and I can't open it. How tiny the little eyeshadows are. That's so cute. This one is really warm, neutral eyeshadows. So there's not really much to do, but I think I'm just going to do like a matte in my crease and then just put shimmer on the lid. That's just kind of a simple go-to eyeshadow look. I don't have any mini eyeshadow brushes, so I'm just going to use my full-size eyeshadow brushes and see what I can do. The first brush I'm using is the Real Techniques 203 from the Bold Metals collection, and I'm just going to take this bottom shade here, which is literally just like a creamy white kind of colour, and I'm literally just going to put that all over. Wow, these are really powdery. That one was really powdery. I'm just going to take the darker one, second one in from the top on your left. Now this is really dark, but I'm just going to lightly put it in the crease. Now I don't use sleek eyeshadows. I've never really thought of using their eyeshadows. I used their highlighters before, but never their eyeshadows. Struggling to blend it out a bit, and I also found them really powdery. Like as soon as I just put the brush into the pan, it just powdered everywhere. I'm really not liking this eyeshadow. It's not blending out as nicely as I thought. For the shimmer shades, I'm just going to be using a flat-headed brush, and I'm going to be using this gold here at the bottom. Ooh, just drop in the mirror. Okay, these aren't the most pigmented shimmery eyeshadows in the world, but I think if we just do a few layers of them and build it up, it's fine. This eyeshadow look is really subtle and difficult to see, but there you go. I tried my best, and that's what I got out of it. I was really struggling to blend it, and I also felt like the glittery shades weren't very pigmented. There wasn't much fallout, it was just quite powdery. Nothing fell out under my eyes, but in the actual pan it was very powdery. For eyeshadow, I have another MAC Mini. This is the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. Good thing about samples, especially with mascaras, is that the brush is exactly the same, so you really get to get a feel for what the brush is. It's the same size, they don't shrink or anything like that, so as you can see it looks stupid because the handle's really small and the brush was pretty big, but this is the brush for this mascara. Okay, so it's a really light mascara. Just gonna zoom in so you guys get a better look. It hasn't really clumped up my eyelashes, but then it hasn't curled them or anything like that, it's just made them darker. Okay, so second to last is lipstick. Now I have these NARS samples of loads of their new lipsticks. It's a little like leaflet, and then it has loads of lipsticks down the side. Not really too sure how to get into them, but we'll work it out. I'm just gonna go for probably this, I don't know, probably the one at the top, Dolce Vita or something. I don't know how I'm gonna... Okay, so I managed to get into it, although I did have to rip the whole front off to actually get into it, which I'm really sad about because it looks really nice. Now I think I'm just going to use my fingers to put it on because I don't actually have a lipstick brush. So I think I'm just going to use this one. So as I said, this one is the Dolce Vita lipstick in the Rouge Alvarez. I'm really like butchering that, but it's cool. I'm just gonna literally put some on my finger. And then... Now this lipstick is a very glossy, shiny finish, but I really like it. It's very natural, very similar to my natural lip shade anyway, so it looks really nice and subtle and feels really nice on the lips. Last but not least, setting spray. I'm just going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. This is the sample version that I got when I bought something from there. Don't really know what, but here we go. And I'm just gonna spray that on. So guys, this is the final look from using the mini samples makeup. And I think it's turned out really well. I was quite shocked and quite disappointed by some of the products, especially the eyeshadow. But you know, that's the great thing about samples, is to sample them and work out if you like it before you actually spend your money on it. So I definitely recommend that you guys get some samples before you buy things, and I hope my review on them has helped. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe and the subscribe button down below, and to hit or ring or push or press that notification bell to know when I next upload. See you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!